what you're talking about is an operating system that can apply to basically any company in order to actually ensure that it endures, because that's really what you're after. It's long-term impact, effective endurance, and success. So it seems like it would be an obvious, how do I do that? Give it to me, I'm ready to go. But you've been talking to many different businesses. And as you talk to friends and colleagues that are interested in this transition, can you describe what are the barriers and the hurdles that they run into as they try to implement this? And how do you coach them through it?
Well, first of all, I think that any group of people or any relationship benefits from the definition being very clear of how you're going to be with each other. You built an organization. People who are growing their organizations need to be able to be crystal clear. So there's no getting around the idea of writing down those principles. It's just so powerful. Then the question is, do you want to do it? Can you get in the habit? And I think each of the people here can do that. We're going to put out an app which we call the Coach, in which, besides having some of our principles, will be a vehicle for you writing down your principles. So habit, write down the principles when you're dealing with it and be clear, share those principles. And then if you want these things, then the big issue is how you implement it. And the big barrier is the emotional barrier, but people start to react to that individually. They sort of see the struggle with themselves and then they overcome it. And it's a matter of getting in the habit. We call the process getting to the other side. Somebody gets hired, they say, I really want this, is great. And then they go through the process. And then it's sort of shocking. It takes a little bit of adapting to it. And then they get past it because they start to realize that other people are not. Do you want the other alternative where there's not that clarity? And we call it to getting to the other side. So it's a process that people go through. But I think everybody's going to be saddled with those questions now. So how are you going to be with each other? You could do it any way you want. Just write it down and be clear.